Hello and welcome back to the Mind and Money podcast. I'm Sherry, a financial coach.
I'm Val, a financial planner, and we are talking about things that we wish we knew sooner. So this is in our physical worlds, in our mental worlds.
Just in life, just simple
in
things
life.
that,
Yes.
that you discover them and you're like, well, that's probably something I've been supposed to know for my whole fucking life.
Or you start practicing them and you're like, oh, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. So I want you to list me 3 from your list, Sherry.
Okay. The first one is, I'm going to do hair first. 3 things around hair. The first is, this is maybe going to make me sound fucking stupid, but shampoo twice, sometimes 3 times, depending on how much buildup you have in your hair. I remember in my younger years looking at the shampoo bottle, reading the instructions, because they all say lather, rinse, repeat, thinking, suckers, I'm not using more shampoo than I have to. Why would I wash my hair more than once? If I've washed it, it's clean.
It's a marketing ploy. I won't fall for that. You won't get me on this one.
But turns out the first wash removes all the buildup, and especially if you're applying a hair oil or something like that. And I think this is where I actually started to learn about washing more than once, when I was doing a hair oil and just learning about hair health and all that. So yeah, you're supposed to actually wash until you get a good lather with the shampoo, which might take more times depending on how long you wait between washes. The other one is emulsify your shampoo and your facial cleansers that are sudsy. So that's like taking your hands with the product in it, rubbing them together, and it makes your product go further.
Yeah.
Also,
bubble it up.
Yeah. What the fuck? And then, okay, one more specific to, this is very niche. People that have curly hair that is fine and thin. Our hair doesn't want or need all of the things that other curly girls' hair wants or need, because it's fine. It's already nice and soft, so you don't need to condition as much. Curl cream, no, not for us. So
weighs it down too much.
Yeah, like light products. For me, it's been a foaming gel. So it comes out like a mousse, but it's actually a gel. I don't even know what the difference is, but
she'll put the link in the comments.
No, I won't, because it's a product that I don't necessarily want to support, but it makes my hair.
We should find a Canadian company and send them this and say, make a version that's Canadian.
I think I have one in a cart somewhere that's a Canadian gel mousse. It's just I'm not buying it yet until I need another one. So yeah, just basic things. I thought I was outsmarting all of the shampoo companies. Turns out, joke's on me, motherfuckers.
I will add a few onto that with the hair, is like embrace the curl. I straightened the crap out of my hair for years. I even went and did a chi. Remember when those straighteners were big? So they had a chemical straightening treatment at a salon 15 minutes from here. And in high school, I got my hair chemically straightened.
So like a reverse perm?
And it lasted for like 6 months. At the time, my boyfriend's mom got it for me for Christmas. So I was like, well, yeah, I'm going to use this. But hindsight, I would have never done that. I would have just embraced it more and tried to learn about which products work for me, knowing that maybe whatever shampoo and conditioner's in the shower isn't it. Now we know.
Yeah. Although from an effort level perspective, it is so much easier to wash your hair, dry your hair, straighten your hair, and then you can just brush it every day. And then it's so much easier from a care standpoint. But since I stopped doing that, my hair is so much healthier and doesn't have crazy split ends. And yeah, anyways, not a whole episode on hair, we promise.
But we could.
What's on your list?
Okay. I have.
Also, did you just text yourself your list?
I text myself all the time, Sherry.
I thought you were putting it in like a notes app.
If it's not daily, I'm not up. Oh yeah. Look, coconut water, bubbly, pineapple juice, donuts, maybe. That was the grocery store before I went in last night.
Okay, why a text and not a list in your notes?
I also have lists in my notes, but I don't know why.
Interesting.
I think it's because I don't have to title it. I can just go in and then if I need to go back to it, I'll just mark it as unread.
And there's no maintenance to that. Like if you have a grocery list, you text
right, and they have to back it out.
But I like in the notes list where I can set it up so I can check it off.
Yes.
Interesting.
So no,
you go now.
All Gucci. I'll go to things more on. Okay, so like kind of sticking with like hair. I'm going to clothing for a second. Comfortable bras. I used to totally fall for the La Senza, pretty frilly. I'd be like, oh my god, is that cheetah print with an underwire that'll dig into me? Please give me 4. And I can't wash it. I need to hand wash it.
And get measured. Get measured.
Get fitted.
Wearing the wrong bra size. When I actually got measured, I'm like, what? And turns out, they fit.
So comfortable bras, sports bras. I wear sports bras all the time. I'm wearing a sports bra right now. Cotton underwear. I like a synthetic. Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Buy underwear you like.
Buy underwear you like. That works for you. And I feel like when thongs and stuff were a cool thing,
Oh my God.
I have friends that like swear by them, love them, and I was always like I would buy them and I would be like I'm trying to like this. Stick with what you like. Stick with what is comfortable.
It's like a permanent wedgie. Why would you?
I know. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
But if it's comfortable, like you do you.
100%, right? So like find a thing, but don't just because everyone else is doing it, you don't have to do it. Just find what works for you. Sugaring. So going a bit onto body care and hair care. I am not a razor person. I do not shave. I wax my facial hair, but sugaring for every other, like my armpits, my legs, my Brazilian, get the whole thing done. I was a pretty early adopter of this. I want to say I was probably like 17 when I started going to get sugared. But man, if I had met that sugarist in grade 8, so many less ingrown hairs, so much less stress, like my bikini line. And at that time, you're of course like super self-conscious too, going through those pieces. So sugaring is my now best friend. I will never not sugar.
Also, for the people that are scratching their heads, what's sugaring?
Great question. So I would say it's one of the more natural ways to remove hair, similar to waxing in the sense where it goes on and it rips the hair off, but it's not hot. It's warmed by the sugarist's hands, if you will. It's sugar and water, I believe is all it is. So a little more natural, less harsh on your skin, less heat, and removes the whole hair. So it comes back less dense and less coarse is what I find. So I'm pretty much at like a 3 to 4 week. Yeah, by the end of that like 4th week, you can see that I have body hair, but it's not as thick and as dense as it once was. And I go get it all off and it's magic. It is magic.
Yeah, it's basically exactly like waxing, except another added benefit is that if there's any sticky residue left on you, it just comes off with water, not like wax where you need like a special oil. I'm not near as regular as you with sugaring. I do it at home sometimes. I have one of those devices that I use on my legs that just like rips the hair
Epilator
out. Yeah.
Okay, my one sister uses that.
And from somebody who used to have really thick, coarse, dark leg hair, the more you sugar, I don't know the science behind it, but your hair root only has like so much effort to give in life. And the more times you rip it out,
you defeat it.
The more exhausted it gets. And eventually it's just like, I'm done. I'm not growing back at all.
Yes. Yeah. Like my leg hair is pretty crazy how few there is now.
And I also, if I shave with a razor, I get razor burn like crazy.
Yeah.
I'm either sugaring or using trimmer. It's actually marketed as a ball trimmer, but
sweet.
I don't have balls, so I just use it on my other parts.
Yeah. So just shortens it. Yeah. So in terms of hair removal, I would just be way less stressed and way more comfortable if I had started earlier, but now I know it. I found it. I know it works for me. So that's 3 from my list. Give me 3 more from yours.
And also one more aside. Give fewer shits about what people think about if you have stubble, if you have leg hair, if you choose to grow your hair out.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Who cares? As long as you are comfortable, that's all that matters. And I remember when I was younger, I would shave almost every day. Like, I don't know what I was thinking because it actually looked worse to have all that razor burn versus a little bit of stubble. But I'm like, I can't have any hair on my leg.
Yeah. But like a beach trip when I was younger could have totally prompted like an anxiety because you're like, what if I miss the patch? What if? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. People don't care as much as you. They're not looking as much as you are at your own body. So,
and also hair on your butt and your boobs. It's normal.
This is
normal.
This is taking a turn as I expected that it would. Okay, here's one. I don't know if this is for the people that don't have lady parts.
The lady parts.
But don't try and set a freaking land speed record when you're going pee. I used to pride myself on how fast I could get in and get out if I was going to the bathroom with a girlfriend. That's not good for your bladder. That's not good for your bladder. Relax. Because when you try and go really fast, it's bad in all kinds of ways. But one of them is it doesn't allow you to fully empty your bladder. When you just like relax, take your time. That is the preferred way to take care of yourself by going pee.
I always take the longest with all of my friends. I'll always have, which is very interesting. To go on with the pee thing is before you get in a vehicle and you might have to go pee or you'll be like, oh, I'll hold it till I get home. Don't do that. Because if you're in an accident, I know. I saw something about this. If you're in an accident and your bladder is already full or close to full, there's a higher chance it could rupture because of the pressure.
Wait, so I should or should not pee?
Should. Empty it. Empty the tank before you get in the car.
But also, I've heard things like that it's not good to pee just in case because then your bladder thinks that it has to be empty almost all of the time.
Right.
Yeah, it's a challenge.
It's a fine line.
I will use this information when I'm traveling with my husband, who
Absolutely
likes to set land speed records to get from point A to point B with as few stops as possible. Be like, I have to go pee and you can't wait, because if we get in an accident, like
science.
And he says he listens to every episode. So hi, honey, love you.
Hey, Jason.
Okay, here's another one.
Ready.
And I know why they don't tell us this, but you can track your cycle and time when you're having sex to avoid pregnancy. And they don't tell us this because they don't want us to do it. Devices exist nowadays that help us do this better, because like my Aura Ring, for example, actually has on it, like, this is your fertile window and the chance of pregnancy is like low, high. And they have us on all these medications and stick things up us without any pain medication and all those things. Those hormones they're not good for us. So there are ways to do it naturally. And I know it's becoming more popular.
Yes, I've seen more about that. I personally do not fully trust, not that I don't trust that. It's just that I might have a 28-day cycle, and right now I'm on day like 44. So
I'd be curious what you would see if does your Apple Watch have your body temperature on it?
I don't think so. I don't know.
I think it does. So that could link with a cycle tracking app, because your body temperature and your cycle, there's
yes, there's
links.
a correlation.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's how my ring tells me my cycle. So I'd be curious what
the hell is going on.
Yeah.
Am I fertile for longer? Or I know. Nope. My girlfriend Grace already instilled her pregnancy anxiety in me. I'm like, there's literally no chance, but now I'm worried there's a chance. But thank you. She's like, I'm just letting you know, I would have taken 20 tests by now. I'm like, do I take one? I don't know. But no, I'm just like, it's fine.
Podcast road trip. Okay. Invest in a good pillow. It was one area that I spent all of my life up until the last 6 months, Walmart or Amazon pillows. And neck pain basically my whole life. As a predominantly side sleeper, I went to a mattress store and got a pillow that actually is designed for side sleepers, which is a lot firmer and supports my head, so my neck doesn't have to do it all the time. And I've had less neck pain since then.
That makes sense.
Like, we spend a chunk, like a third of our life, thereabouts, sleeping. And the pillow was $160 versus a $10 or $20 pillow. And when you look at the amount of time spent with it, it's not actually that much. It's money very well spent.
I will kind of add to that in terms of make your room a little sanctuary, make your bed cozy. I added on a mattress topper. I do still have Amazon pillows, but I make like a little nest with mine. And I'm a side sleeper, but I hug one. But my pillows are firmer. I have sound machine. It's completely dark when I sleep. Salt lamp. I love my bed.
Eye mask. My friends make fun of me. The last time I traveled with friends, they're making fun of they call them my eye patches. But even though my room is really dark,
like, Captain, have a damn good sleep.
I'm using that. Even though my room is really dark, it almost like it's a signal to my brain to go to sleep. And also, if I have any type of headache or migraine, it's relief. It's like it lets the pressure off of my eyes, and it's $20 and money well spent as well.
Yes. With sleep, don't be afraid to go to bed early. I used to be really like, I'll stay up because everyone else is up. I will Irish exit and find my way to a bed.
I love a good Irish exit.
Love.
And on the flip side, it's okay if you stay up a little later too. I always used to be an earlier to bed person. And then I was looking at designing. I thought I needed like a sleep routine.
Sleep hygiene.
So before that, I think I shared this on a previous podcast, reading until I got tired and then rolling over and going to sleep. And I'm like, that's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to stretch and meditate. And I tried doing that, and it actually was taking me longer to get to sleep. And it's like, well, I already had what worked. And then I tried to change it. So I'm like, we're going to go back.
Don't mess with a good thing.
Yeah. What else is on your list?
I have a walk, a nap, and a drink of water can change your lens on life.
Ooh, yeah.
Mhm.
And are you a short napper or a longer napper?
It really depends. Sometimes 15 minutes is enough. Sometimes 3 hours does the trick.
I used to nap a lot more, but honestly, since I've leaned into what time I should go to sleep and what time I should wake up, I don't nap near as much. But when I do, it's got to be a good chunk of time, not 15 or 20 minutes.
No, sometimes it just gives me that pep. I put in here like a wants list, which we've talked about before, but I was really, if I had the money, I would just spend it. Clothing was a big one. I think that was more of a thing too. Now, to get me into a mall, it better be good. I don't like shopping. But like that was a thing, right? You're like, let's go shopping. You drive to London on a nice Sunday to go into a windowless mall and buy clothes that you're like, oh, amazing, amazing. Just that material side, I feel like I've stepped back from unless it has more function or purpose or it's a houseplant.
Yeah. Yeah, I really less and less on the material things, unless it's an expensive device that I think is going to help me with my health a little bit.
Like it, unless it's got a red light in it, I don't want it. So making that wants list, thinking before you spend. So part of that is the wants list of the pause and really weighing out, like even when I bought my first car and financed it, I was like, yep, I know in my savings I have enough to cover the payments for the next 12 months because I was in school, but I didn't like think bigger about it. And then I also put in here, your parents might be onto something, you know, those times when they're like,
that doesn't sound right.
Right? So those things, like when I bought that first car, my dad's like, are you sure? Don't you want to think about it? I'm like, no, like,
I've thought about it. I'm good.
I know everything. And the piece of like now when I leave a vehicle, I make sure it's like almost like resetting things. It's not perfect in every aspect of my life, but the vehicle gets totally cleaned out. It's not clean like I'll eat off the floor, but it's like, because we have dogs, there's just fur all over it. But there's no clutter, there's no garbage.
What do you mean when you leave a vehicle? Like when you're done with it at the end of the day?
Yes. Yeah. Like when I get out of it at home, I'll clear it out. So there's no water bottles or garbage stuck indoors.
Is the console of your car your garbage? It's not just me, is it?
For the ride, yep. And then I'll take it all.
We just stuff our consoles with garbage until it's too full.
So little trash panda travelers.
But it's in the spot.
Oh, the console. Yeah. Oh no, I keep in the console the what ifs. Kleenex's lint roller.
Well, but we have two levels. We have the stuff, and then we have the cavern that becomes the garbage.
So yes, I like doing resets, whether it's your kitchen, your bedroom. Yeah.
All right, I have a few more. Have boundaries and ask for help. It's okay to say no. If you don't want to do something, if you're an entrepreneur and you don't want to work with somebody, it's okay to say no. It's okay to say no. And okay, last one. Sunscreen. Almost all the time. If you're going outside, sunscreen on your face.
My beautiful esthetician would absolutely echo this.
And sunscreen and any other skincare that you're applying to your face, apply it to your neck and the backs of your hands. Our hands age. The backs of our hands are delicate skin and are exposed to just as much as our faces. So you don't want to have a face that looks one age and hands that look 20 years older.
That's right. That's why people say look at their hands to know their age.
Yep.
Hey.
Val just learned something today.
Good. Yeah, I think that I covered a lot of it too. The last one was trust your gut, even on probably our career paths, which is pretty cliche, but there was things where I was like, I just need to do this. It was just this inner feeling. And sometimes it's not knowing why or not knowing the next step. When I stopped drinking, it was just this inner feeling of this just isn't for me. This is not for me, right? When I was working at the bank, I was like, there's something else. This isn't for me. So listening to that and trying your best not to suppress it.
Yeah.
Lean in, baby. Even if it's non-traditional, because I left the pension and the benefits package and the steady paycheck. We both did, right? So lean in, listen, trust it.
Trust your gut. And if something's coming up for you, take some time with a notebook and just write down all the things you're thinking and then come back to it a month, a week later and just see if anything else comes up. So yeah, that was a fun one. We went on a few tangents. So we are glad you've been here and we can't wait to see you next time on the Mind and Money Podcast.